This piece of garbage is Gerson Fuentes. He took a plea deal a couple weeks back. Sentenced to life in prison with a chance of seeking parole in about 25 years. His hearing was live streamed from the court by the Columbus Dispatch. Common Pleas Court Judge Julie Lynch held up an index finger at Fuentes and stated that there was no guarantee he would see the parole board in a quarter of a century. She said if that family hadn't begged me to take this to a recommendation, this would never be happening. The young girl's rape and abortion drew national interest last summer, creating a political flashpoint weeks after the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade in June. The child was taken to Indiana for a procedure because Ohio, where she lived, had a trigger law that implemented a ban on abortions after the 6th week of pregnancy as soon as Roe was struck down. The case was first brought to public attention when Caitlin Bernard, an Indiana doctor who provides abortions, told the Indianapolis Star that a 10-year-old patient was about 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant and had to cross state lines because Ohio's trigger law. The girl was 9 at the time that this incident took place and turned 10 before having the abortion itself. And so Dr. Bernard did actually go through with the procedure, and after that she became the spark of national debate. She received death threats, harassments, and she had official scrutiny placed all upon her. Indiana's medical license board deemed that she violated state and federal privacy laws by discussing the girl's case publicly and fined her $3,000. Indiana's attorney general opened an inquiry into her actions, and at that point she said she considered filing a defamation suit in response. President Biden at that time spoke out about the case, saying that no child, no person should ever have to cross state lines in order to get an abortion done. But the key thing here is that this is one of those cases of major national debate. For the pro-life folks, for people that support women and a choice. This is a 9-year-old child. A child. This should have never been up for debate. I mean, what are you supposed to do? This piece of shit gets to spend the rest of his life in prison, hopefully getting taken advantage of himself every single day that he's there. But this child was subjected to not only what he had done to her, but then now this national attention. All because they felt it was right to reverse Roe v. Wade. And for what reason? Because women don't want to have children anymore? Because millennials and Gen Z don't want to have children anymore? That's a choice. But what it is it's the tax dollars. Who's going to be paying into the taxes? If we don't continue life on, nobody's paying their fair share of taxes. That's what it's all about. These suckers on Capitol Hill want to decide these fates for all of us, when they ought to just stay the fuck out of our business. But pieces of crap like this deserve exactly where he's at, and I hope to God he's living a very miserable life behind bars.